I realize now that it's actually quite a toxic trap to value happiness highly, because we could be happy right now jacking off. We could be happy watching YouTube videos. We could be happy taking drugs. We could be happy eating junk food. We could be happy fucking around. Happiness is, it's a very weird word, and we don't exactly like know exactly what it is. Like, you know, we need someone else's definition, but it's kind of like positive emotion, pleasurable, smiling, and those things are really nice. But because it's so vague, if we chase happiness, if we chase this thing of like, oh yeah, like, you know, feel good, hee hee, feel good vibes, that's so fickle. Because I don't know about you, but there's some times where I've got so good vibes, I'm so happy, and like 5 minutes later, I'm battling fucking demons in my mind. And so by the belief that happiness equals the success of life, I would be unsuccessful, and most people would be. When I say do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it, that's so incredibly important. Because if you only do the hard work when you're happy to do so, you just won't really do it that much. If you live your life on something as inconsistent as your emotions, you're just going to be all over the place. I wrote down actually here. So I was coming back from the gym, I think it was yesterday, and I was thinking all this shit, and I just quickly wrote this down. And I wrote, instead of happiness, here's how to know if you're doing good in life, and there's 3 things. 1, are you proud of your recent efforts? And we're going to come back to this one. 2, are you grateful? And 3, are you excited for something coming up? The most important, I would say, is this one here. Are you proud of your recent efforts? And right next to this, I bracket and wrote, not achievements, work rate only. And the word before this is recent. That's so important. Recent efforts, not the achievement, not the results. So we don't care if you're proud of like getting the grade. We don't care if you're proud of 250k subscribers. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That was your younger self. That wasn't you. That wasn't you today. That was your younger self. Shut the fuck up. Are you proud of your recent efforts? The work rate. Let's say over the last 3 months. And you ask yourself this question anytime. Are you proud of your recent efforts over the last 3 months? Not achievements. Really get this straight. Not achievements. The hours, this is more about, I would say the easiest way to quantify this is like the hours spent with focus and intensity. Are you proud of the number of workouts? Are you proud of the number of sets that you did and the intensity of the workouts? Are you proud the intensity of the sets? Are you proud of the hours that you put into studying, the hours that you put into business, a side hustle? It's really important that we don't just narrow this down to just the achievements, you know, like the stuff that happened recently, because you could be proud. For example, I could be proud of like the 250k subscribers, but as I said in a previous video, like I haven't been working hard over these past few months, so I'm proud of the 250k subscribers and everything, but that's like me being proud of the younger version of myself, like way younger, but you know, from like last year or something, instead of the version of myself from like the last month or so. We've got to constantly keep updating this. Are you proud of this, of yourself over the last few weeks, of your efforts? Are you grateful? I think that's a fantastic question. That's so much better than are you happy? Are you grateful? Can you see like the positive side in everything around you, the good and the bad? That's incredibly important. Happiness is incredibly wishy-washy. Gratitude is like the scientific version of happiness, and it's the thing that you have control over. Happiness, again, it's like that weird emotion that just kind of comes and goes. Sometimes you're literally just not happy. The other time, like within a snap, you just get happy because you're like, oh yeah, like that girl messaged me, and then you're happy again. We can't rely on something that's so like just whimsical. But gratitude, are you grateful? You have control over that. If you aren't grateful for at least 50, like I speak to some people and they literally struggle with saying 3 things that blows my fucking mind. And sometimes they have the audacity to say like, oh, can I say the same? Shut the fuck up, bro. Can I say the same things every day? Are you fucked in, like, I don't want to be like horrible, but are you fucked in the head? This is so incredibly important. Especially be grateful for the good things. Like, be grateful for the good things, but especially be grateful for the bad things. And the third thing here is, are you excited for something coming up? This was an interesting one, but I thought it was quite important. But like, is something exciting? Like, are you excited for something coming up? That's such a beautiful thing to think like, oh yeah, like something is coming up. I'm going on that trip, or something's coming up. Yeah, it's like the self-improvement gains that are gonna, you know, it's the gains from the gym. I know for a fact I'm gonna be building some muscle, and I'll be able to see it in like a month or two. Are you excited Because this kind of ties into the both of them, really, the both previous ones. Are you proud of your recent efforts? Well, if you are, you're probably excited for the results that are going to come from those efforts. And are you grateful? And are you grateful because if you are, then you're probably going to be excited for more growth to come. I think I was a lot more feminine previously because I literally just wanted to like feel good, have good vibes and all this. I'm starting to see the immense value of not just thinking about your emotions, but thinking logically. Are you fulfilled? Are you leaving a legacy? There's so many other things to think about, and I think happiness makes you too content. When we want something, when we don't just allow whatever to happen, we automatically have to suffer. When you're going to choose to have a desire, make sure it's an essential one, and just ask yourself the question, am I okay with being unhappy up until this desire is met? That is a fantastic understanding of this concept. When you have a desire, so it could be you see a girl over there and you want to speak to her, you want to like be with her. It could be you want to make money, you want to make gains. Is it worth so much that you are willing to be unhappy up until the goal is satisfied? Because with desire comes growth, if you do it right. Of course, some people have the desire of being a millionaire and they won't do shit about it. But you need the desire for self-improvement. You need the desire for the gains from the gym. You need the desire to be better, to get into the top 10% of men. You need the desire of her love. Otherwise, it probably just won't happen. So we could be happy today if we dissolve all desires. That's what he was trying to get to, and that's what the Buddha preaches as well. Dissolve all desires, and we can be happy and reach enlightenment today. No desires, no nothing. We don't want anything else. But the truth is, don't you want anything else? Are you completely fine with exactly everything in your life set up right now, the number in your bank account, the people around you, how you feel about yourself? Is that exactly how you want to stay? You know, like the pain and the frustration of having a goal that you are striving towards, but you know, it's a lack of progress and everything. I think that's a good thing, because what I just thought just then, which is a fucking sick point. You know how there's guys that you know who aren't on self-improvement, they're not working hard, they're not going to the gym, they're not thinking about like improving their career or anything. And we've always been pissed off at these guys because they just seem like a little bit happier and more content. Well, this is exactly why. Because they have less desires than we do, so they're closer to like enlightenment and they're closer to like being content and happy. Because it's our desire for the body from the gym that creates a sense of suffering inside of us when, for example, like we know, okay, we've got to go hit the workout, we've got to get all the macros tracked, but we fucked up on the macros today and everything. That creates a sense of suffering. This is, sometimes you do see this on the comments of self-improvement and fitness and everything, where you kind of said like, the guys who aren't working as hard as us, they're happier, but okay, yeah, they are. And when you hear that, you're like, oh fuck, like they are happier, so are we doing something wrong? But like, again, happiness shouldn't be the main goal. Happiness is just one emotion of hundreds that we can experience. And why should our main goal even just be on emotions anyway? Because emotions are so fickle and so inconsistent. I feel like I've covered like so many various points in this one video, so I might end it here because I feel like it's just all over the place. But I hope I've gotten a point across that we shouldn't really be prioritizing happiness. I think one thing that we should prioritize is positivity. Now that doesn't mean happiness, but it means more like it's kind of like gratitude. It's kind of like seeing the positive, like the glass is half full mindset. So even if something bad happens to me, you still want to have like a positive mindset about it. Like this isn't exactly, you know, the purpose of life or anything, but I think it's just something good to counter the idea that, okay, we're going to move happiness lower, but we want to still make sure that we're still positive people. We don't want to be unhappy, depressed people. We still want to experience an adversity, and automatically our mind will tell us how to be grateful for it and how it could be an opportunity. But I think that's it. Happiness isn't the goal.